device. Apple News Plus will bring you over 3,000 fashion, news, and politics. We've got great health magazines and great lifestyle magazines. We've got magazines for
big part of magazines, we really wanted to give the titles their ability to express their own unique look and feel through their design, typography, and photography. And this is really a great example of it. This is Essence designed for the phone. So it looks great here on the phone. Let's take a look at it on an iPad. I'm going to open up the same article on the iPad. And as you can see, the article looks fantastic. And just like on the phone, I can always tap on the table of contents. Great photography like this. Now, if I'm looking for something specific or just wanting to browse, I can navigate to the full breadth of the catalog by just tapping here at the top. And here I have hundreds and hundreds. That's the new Apple News Plus, the best mobile magazine experience ever. Back to you, Roger.
Thank you, Wyatt. I think Apple News Plus is awesome. No one has ever made digital magazines as gorgeous and readable as this. Whether you like to read whole issues cover to cover or individual articles, Apple News Plus is the best way to read magazines on your device. But Apple News Plus is about more than magazines. Apple News Plus also includes some of the most popular premium digital subscriptions like the Skim. But we didn't stop there. Apple News Plus also includes the country's largest metropolitan newspaper and a rising star, the LA Times. And I'm super proud to announce that Apple News Plus also includes one of the world's top newspapers, the Wall Street Journal. And of course, Apple News Plus is built on a foundation of expert human curation and industry-leading personalization. So finding what you're looking for in that incredible value across the web. Easy as launching Apple News. When we announced Apple News, we told you we designed it to be private from the ground up And that's still true, and it's even more important today. So sometimes people ask us, how do we recommend the best articles for you without compromising your privacy? The answer is we download groups of articles from our servers, and then we use on-device intelligence to make recommendations. And that means we don't know what you read, and in addition to that, we don't allow advertisers to track you. So what you read about in Apple News will not follow you across the web. So Apple News Plus, over 300 great magazines, the Wall Street Journal, the LA Times, those great premium digital subscriptions. There's literally never been an offer like this before. If you were to subscribe to all of these individually, it would cost you over $8,000 per year. But with Apple News Plus, you pay $9.99 per month. And that's not just for you. We thought this was so important, we decided to make this available to your entire family with family sharing at no extra charge. Each person in your family gets full access to that incredible catalog on their own devices with their own favorites and their own personal recommendations. It's an amazing value. Apple News Plus is available today. Just download today's updates of iOS and macOS and launch Apple News. And the first month is free. And in addition to launching in the US, I'm happy to say we're also bringing Apple News and Apple News Plus to Canada in both English and in French. And we're adding over 30 great Canadian magazines to Apple News Plus, along with the top newspaper in Canada, The Star. And later this year, we'll be bringing Apple News Plus to Australia, and we'll be coming to Europe, starting with the UK. So that's Apple News Plus, a premium subscription built right into Apple News that brings you the world's best publications all in one place, built on the principles that guide all of our services. We are super excited about this. We hope you like it. Thanks so much.
This is really important to us. We believe in the power of journalism and the impact it can have on our lives. And we want to make a valuable contribution to the industry and to society as a whole. We think Apple News Plus is going to be great for customers and great for publishers. Now let's talk about Apple Pay. We launched Apple Pay with a vision to replace the wallet, and people are absolutely loving it. Apple Pay is the simplest, most secure, and private way to pay, and its growth has been literally off the charts. In fact, we're on target to surpass 10 billion transactions this year. This is huge. We're looking forward to a future where all payments are made this way. Now, retail acceptance of Apple Pay has already passed 70% in the United States, and it's even higher in many other countries, like Canada, the United Kingdom, and so many more which broadly accept Apple Pay. In Australia, we've achieved an amazing 99% acceptance. And we've been adding more and more countries, and by the end of this year, we expect that Apple Pay will be available in more than 40 countries. Apple Pay has also made riding transit easier and more convenient than ever before. Every day, millions of customers in these cities use their iPhone or their Apple Watch to go quickly through the turnstiles and get on their way. And I'm excited to tell you that we're bringing Apple Pay to transit in major cities in the US, starting right here on the West Coast with Portland and rolling out in Chicago and New York City later this year. So retail, transit apps, on the web, Apple Pay Cash, there's so many ways to use Apple Pay with its convenience, security, and privacy. And it's become the preferred way to pay for almost anything. But we want to take the Apple Pay experience even further. And we saw an opportunity to transform another fundamental method of payment, and that's the credit card. Now, with the success and momentum of Apple Pay, we've learned a lot about credit cards. While we all need them, there's some things about the credit card experience that could be so much better, like simplifying applications, eliminating fees, lowering interest rates, offering clear and compelling rewards, and of course, providing the security and the privacy that people have come to expect for Apple Pay. By bringing together our hardware, software, and services, we're going to do all of this and so much more, changing the entire credit card experience. Today, we're introducing a brand new service, and we call it Apple Card. Apple Card was created by Apple and built on principles that we stand for, like simplicity and transparency and privacy. To tell you all about Apple Card, I'm very pleased to invite up Jennifer Bailey, Vice President of Apple Pay. Jennifer?
With Apple Card, we have completely rethought the credit card. A new kind of card that takes advantage of everything iPhone offers, is designed for a healthier financial life, and sets a new level for privacy and security. Apple Card is designed to take advantage of the power of the iPhone. This means it can do all sorts of things that no other credit card can do. For starters, you don't have to wait days to get your card. Just sign up on your iPhone, and in just minutes, you get your Apple Card and you can start using it right away. You can use it worldwide, anywhere with Apple Pay, in apps, in stores, on the web, and your Apple Card will be available across all of your Apple devices. Apple Card is also always with you because it's in your iPhone, in the Wallet app. And the Wallet app has completely new capabilities. So you can see everything you need to know about your Apple Card, like what you've spent, how much you've spent, where and when your payment is due. We've also made it really easy to get help. With Apple Card, if you have a question, just text us right from Messages. Everything from getting details on a transaction to letting us know your new address. It's as easy as messaging a friend. Next, we've taken on an important challenge with Apple Card to help everyone live a healthier financial life. It starts with having a better understanding of your spending so you can make smarter choices with your money. Many of you looking at your credit card statements today might recognize seeing transactions that look like this. Cryptic merchant names that are pretty hard to decipher. With Apple Card, we use machine learning and Apple Maps to transform this mess into names and locations that you'll recognize. Apple Card also automatically organizes and totals your purchases, so you can see how much you've spent and exactly where you've spent it with Apple Maps. And you can keep track of your spending by categories, like food and drink, shopping, entertainment, and more, where each category is represented by its own color, like orange for food and drink. And Apple Card also shows you how your spending is trending, week over week or month over month. So you can decide in real time if you need to or want to change your spending. Next up, let's talk about rewards. Most rewards programs use points. With points, you're never quite sure how much they're worth or where or when you can use them. With Apple Card, we want you to get the most for your money. So every time you spend with Apple Card, you get cash back, and you get it every day. It's my favorite feature, and we call it Daily Cash. So when you're buying your morning coffee, shopping for groceries, and any time you pay using Apple Card, you get daily cash, not a month from now, but every day. So every day you spend, cash is added to your Apple Cash Card, which is also in the Wallet app. And it's cash, like real cash, so you can do anything with it. Use it to pay down your balance, spend it wherever you use Apple Pay, or send it to friends using messages. In fact, every time you pay with your iPhone or Apple Watch, you'll get 2% of the purchase amount in daily cash. And for purchases made directly from Apple, like from our Apple retail stores, from our App Store, or when you purchase services like Apple Music or News Plus, you get 3% daily cash. And the amount of daily cash that you can receive every day is unlimited. So that's daily cash. Every day, cash for you. How great is that? Another area where we can make a really big impact in improving your financial health is helping you understand how much you owe, and if you want to pay it back over time, how much it will cost you. This is how most cards show your payment options, with an emphasis on minimum payments, which cost you a fortune in interest and seem to be designed to keep you in debt. With Apple Card, our goal is to help you save on interest. So we start by making it easy to see a range of payment options. And because Apple Card calculates interest in real time, as you select different payment amounts, you can make a more informed payment decision, understanding the true cost. Another way to save on interest is to pay more often, say bi-weekly or weekly. So we've added the flexibility to schedule more frequent payments. And when we thought about a financially healthy credit card, all the fees and high interest rates that most banks charge are just not okay. So Apple Card does not have any fees, no late fees, no annual fees, no international fees, and no over-limit fees. No fees even. And our goal with Apple Card is to provide each customer with an interest rate that is among the lowest in the industry. Even if you miss a payment, we won't charge you a penalty rate like most banks do. Our goal is to make it easier for you to pay down your balance, not harder. To create a credit card, you need a bank. And to create a credit card as innovative as Apple Card, we needed a bank that was willing to do things that had never been done in the industry before. So we partnered with Goldman Sachs as the issuing bank of Apple Card. As a newcomer to consumer financial services, Goldman was up for the challenge of doing something more bold and innovative. We're also excited to be working with MasterCard, who has been a fantastic partner on Apple Pay from the start. With MasterCard's global payment network, Apple Card will be accepted all over the world. We also designed Apple Card to set a new level for privacy and security. Security is totally integrated throughout the hardware and software. When you get your Apple Card, a unique per-device card number is created and stored safely in the Secure Element, a special security chip used by Apple Pay. Each payment includes a one-time dynamic security code, which protects your card number from being used without your authorization. And every purchase is authenticated with Touch ID or Face ID. With all of these security features, Apple Card is the more secure way to pay. And Apple Card is designed with your privacy in mind. We created a unique architecture for Apple Card, where Apple doesn't know what you bought, where you bought it, or how much you paid for it. So features like spend tracking and categorization all happen using on-device intelligence, not on Apple servers. And for Apple Card, Goldman Sachs will never share or sell your data to third parties for marketing or advertising. So that's Apple Card, designed for iPhone and a healthier financial life, and sets a new level for privacy and security. But that's not all. For those rare times when you happen to be somewhere where Apple Pay is not yet accepted, we designed something for that too. And you know, when we design something, we design it to be the best, and we'd like to show it to you now. The card is titanium, and your name is laser etched on it. It's the most beautifully designed card ever. And your Apple Card is more secure than others. It has no card number, no CVV, no expiration, and no signature. Of course, if you ever need that information, it's in the Wallet app. As I noted earlier, you'll receive 3% daily cash for purchases made directly from Apple, 2% daily cash for Apple Pay, and when you make a purchase with this beautiful titanium Apple Card, you get 1% daily cash. So that's Apple Card. There's never been a credit card like it before. Apple Card will be coming to the Wallet app in the US this summer, and we think you're going to love it. Thank you. Back to you.
Thanks, Jennifer. Great. With our hardware, software, and services, we think that Apple is uniquely positioned to make the most significant change in the credit card experience in 50 years. And we can't wait to get started. Now let's turn our attention to the App Store. Apps have reshaped the way that we work, connect, learn, and play. From day one, the App Store has been a safe and trusted place for users to discover and download apps. We review every single app before it goes live. We also have a team of expert editors creating rich editorial content and curated collections of the best apps. The App Store has become the essential destination to discover new apps, to learn more about the apps you already have, or just to meet the developers behind them. It's no wonder that the App Store is now visited by over 500 million people each week. Now, the most popular category on the App Store is games. In fact, iOS has become the largest gaming platform in the world. Yeah. Now, we want to make gaming even better. To tell you more about what we have planned, I'm pleased to bring up Ann Tai, Senior Product Marketing Manager of the App Store. Ann?
Thanks, Tim. Many games on the App Store are not just hits, but also cultural phenomena. You know about them regardless of whether you've played them. They become part of pop culture, like the many Fortnite emotes we've seen on the playing field. And all of this is no surprise when there have been over 1 billion people who have downloaded games from the App Store. The App Store supports a vibrant gaming community of players of all ages and backgrounds from around the world, with a catalog of nearly 300,000 games. The App Store has both free and paid games. Free games are either supported by advertising or have in-app purchases, like Clash Royale. These are incredibly popular, and hundreds of millions of people love playing them. With paid games, customers pay upfront for the full experience, like Monument Valley 2. These games often have incredible stories and capture your imagination with their original art and music. They are some of the most critically acclaimed games ever made. But competing with free is hard. So these games haven't been as successful for developers, and they haven't been as easy to find for players. We think we've come up with a great new way to bring more of these amazing games to more people than ever before. We are working with some of the most creative game developers in the world on a new kind of service designed specifically for games like these. A service that is giving them the freedom to do the best work of their lives. We call it Apple Arcade. Apple Arcade is the world's first game subscription service for mobile, desktop, and living room. With Apple Arcade, we have curated a collection of brand new games that redefine games. And we're not just curating them, we're backing their development, and our team is working closely with developers to bring these games to life. We are really excited about this, and so are the creators we're working with. Let's hear from some of them now.
It's an extraordinary time to be writing games. Beyond the Steel Sky is super ambitious in that it's taking a full, high-quality console game directly to mobile. We're working with the legendary comic book artist, Dave Gibbons, who co-created and drew Watchmen. The story, character modeling, graphics, the audio, all of those come together to create a gameplay experience that's completely immersive.
Where Cards Fall tells a very personal coming-of-age story that other publishers wouldn't take a chance on. We're not shying away from uncomfortable, formative experiences. We see the characters at school, we see them at the homecoming dance, we see them have a fight with their mom. It's really important for us to be authentic.
There's no guns, there's no killing, we're just telling a story. We're almost the complete opposite of the current market, and most people typically wouldn't see it unless Apple Arcade existed.
ファンタジアンはこれまでは作れなかったゲームです。一つ一つ手作りをしなきゃいけなくて、前に全員がこう苦労の連続って感じです。背景にジオラマを使ってそれを写真で取り込んで、その上をその 3D キャラクターたちが冒険するような、やっぱりジオラマを作る数にしてもですね、ちょっと怖くなる。
We wanted Lifelike to have a calming effect on players. I'm not aware of another game that uses swarm behavior as its main game mechanic. This fascinating beauty was inspired by a natural phenomenon. We just simply don't want to be responsible for adding another layer of chaos into the world.
Overland is a post-apocalyptic road trip strategy game. The cool thing about it is every time you play, it's different. You never know what people you're going to meet or what places you're going to go. We're really excited that Apple was doing this platform because people have iPads, people have iPhones, and that means bringing a whole new audience to games. That's awesome.
Apple Arcade is like the perfect avenue for expanding creativity.
For us, it was like, oh, finally someone who gets it.
僕たちの作品っていうのを手に取ってもらえるってことは奇跡的に嬉しいです。
Apple Arcade is about giving developers the freedom to come up with really interesting ideas that could never have been done by the mainstream. Everything is changing.
These developers are some of the greatest storytellers and artists in the world. From immersive AR to groundbreaking multiplayer, they're creating games that have never been possible before. These games are insanely fun and will appeal to the kid in all of us. And with Apple Arcade, you'll get to play all of these games. With a single subscription, you'll get access to over 100 new and exclusive games that will raise the bar for what's possible in gaming. You won't find these games on any other mobile platform or in any other subscription service. So how will you get to Apple Arcade? Apple Arcade will be a new area right on the App Store with its own dedicated tab. Rather than pay upfront for each game, your subscription will allow you to download and play any Apple Arcade game from the App Store. And we'll be adding new games all the time. With full access to this amazing collection of new games, you'll have the freedom to try whatever you want, whenever you want. You'll be able to play Apple Arcade games across iPhone, iPad, Mac, and Apple TV, and pick up where you left off in a game, even if you switch devices. And unlike streaming services, every game will be playable offline. So you can play anywhere, regardless of your internet connection. All Apple Arcade games will be all you can play, so all game features, content, and future updates will be included. There will be no ads and no additional purchases needed. And parents can manage their kids' access with our screen time features. Like all our products and services, we've designed Apple Arcade to be a great experience. The App Store already works hard to protect your privacy. With Apple Arcade, we're taking it even further. Apple Arcade games cannot collect any data about you, nor track any information about how you play their games without your consent. Also, Apple Arcade will be curated by our team of expert editors, offer personalized recommendations, and your family will be able to enjoy it for no additional charge. We really think you're going to love Apple Arcade, a game subscription service unlike any other. You'll enjoy over 100 amazing new and exclusive games, and more games will be added all the time. So, who's ready to see more of these incredible games? Here's a sneak peek of some of the games coming to Apple Arcade. Apple Arcade will be available this fall. in over 150 countries and regions around the world. Pricing and more details to come. And that's a sneak peek of Apple Arcade.
Thank you, Anne. I can't wait until all of us can play. Now let's talk about TV. For over a decade, we've been bringing you innovative TV experiences, from the first TV shows that you could download right to your iPod, to the best-in-class cinematic picture and sound quality of today's Apple TV 4K. We've done it because we love TV. TV is more than just entertainment, it's cultural. TV at its best enriches our lives, and we can share it with people that we love. Today, there is so much to watch in more ways than ever before. And with so many choices, sometimes it's hard to know where to start. That's why we created the Apple TV app. It's one place to easily discover shows you'll love from over 150 streaming apps across your iPhone, iPad, and Apple TV 4K. In fact, our vision for Apple TV app is to bring together your favorite shows, movies, sports, and news, and make them available on all of your devices. So you can spend less time looking for something to watch and more time enjoying it. Today, we're excited to show you an all-new Apple TV app, and to tell you all about it, I'd like to invite up Peter Stern, Vice President of Services. Peter?
Thanks, Tim. Let's start with what you watch. Beginning with movies, all the new releases, and the massive iTunes movie catalog. Over 100,000 titles, plus your personal library, are now all built in to the Apple TV app. If you love movies, the new Apple TV app is now the place for you. Next, if you subscribe to cable or satellite TV, like Spectrum, DirecTV, or Optimum, or one of the new internet live TV providers, you can now access all of your sports, news, and network TV right inside the Apple TV app. For so many people, these cable bundles are convenient because you can get access to hundreds of channels for just one price. If you want it all, there's no better way. But for some of us, the big bundle is more than we need. So we designed a new TV experience where you could pay for only the channels you want, all in one app with the password you already have. Watch everything on demand and ad-free. Download your shows to take with you anywhere. Enjoy the highest quality picture and sound available. And share this great experience with your entire family. This is how TV should work. Now it does, with Apple TV channels. Only the channels you want, on demand, ad-free, for the entire family. And all of it is inside the new Apple TV app. We're launching Apple TV channels like HBO, Showtime, Starz, Epix, CBS All Access, and everything else you see here. And we'll be adding even more around the world. So to recap, whether you get your TV from a live streaming service like Prime Video, Hulu, or ESPN+, movies from iTunes, sports, news, and network TV from cable or satellite, or shows from HBO, Showtime, and Starz with the new Apple TV channels. It's all together in one place, the Apple TV app. And because there is so much to watch, all in this one place, we've redesigned the Apple TV app to make it even simpler to find what you love. Let's dig in. Your home in the Apple TV app is Watch Now. Most of the time we watch TV, we want to watch our show or tonight's game or maybe finish the movie we started last night. That's where the Up Next row comes in. All of these things you watch, no matter where they come from, are here in Up Next. It makes it so easy to pick up right where you left off. But what do you do when you're all caught up on your shows? If you know what you want to watch next, it's easy. Just use Siri. But if you don't know what